Hi there and welcome to the Barry Young channel and welcome to my Friday Sews. Now I've not got much made this week, so it's going to be a brief video in more ways than one. So let's get on with it and show you what I have actually done. Now this week I've been practicing sewing and doing my stitching on stretchy fabrics. Don't know what that means, I haven't got any. Yeah, never mind. I've been trying to use stretchy fabrics. It's something I don't use very often, and I do have some stretched fabrics and I want to make some stuff with it. So I always sort of practice by making underwear. So the pattern I've been using is Quick Sew 3881. That one, because it's a nice, simple, very, I say quick to make. Yeah, quick to make pair of briefs. And I've made this pattern before a few times, but not very often. And it's been some time since I've made this pattern. Now I have adjusted the pattern. I've adjusted it so it fits me better and it fits my body form, so it's right for me. So the basic pattern is great starting place, and then as I say, I've adjusted it so it's right for me. As we all do, don't we? We all adjust our patterns so they're right for us. So yeah, so I had another go at doing sewing, partly because the stretchy stuff, it takes a bit more work, or I find it does. I find that if I don't practice sewings with stretchy fabric, then I quickly lose that ability to actually be any good with it. So I've made, well, I've been made 2 pairs of briefs, but I'm not quite finished the one pair. So the pair that I've done, I've finished, is this pair. As you can see, it's just a ordinary pair of briefs. Can't get much more ordinary than that. But the part I really find difficult is not the sewing up of the gusset, because doing that bit where you sew the front or the back and then you roll it up like burrito and turn it through, and you get these nice lovely even seams that are all tucked away. I can do that fine. It's this edging stuff, this is it picot stuff, this type of edging. Now I have tried having a go with, let's grab that, should have got it ready first, some of this stuff which you just sort of fold in half over the edge of the seam, but I can't get on with this. I always find that it takes so much effort to do that, and a couple of times it's gone wrong. Actually this week when I'd started doing this, I was going to make 2 pairs of these in this fabric, which is a really nice, really soft. This is lovely and soft, this fabric. So I was going to make 2 pairs, but the first pair, it just went so wrong. It was just like, it wasn't salvageable. They weren't wearable and it wasn't salvageable. So I stopped for an evening, didn't have a go, left it, and then came back to it and had another go with the second pair. And this time it came out better, a lot better, but I still feel it's not quite right. It's getting that tension across, you know, when you are across the stretch, because you've got stretchy fabric and the elastic bit that you've got to put on all stretching all over the place, and it's getting those tensions right that I find really difficult. So that's why I like to make these undies once in a while, just to practice that skill of working with the stretch and trying to get them nice and even. And this pair came out quite nice actually in the end, which surprised me. I am on a second pair. This is it's different material. This nice green pair, these are looking great. But again, I've got to put the this stretchy stuff on. So I've got this fluorescent green stuff like that. My goodness me, they're quite wild, aren't they, in colour? But again, it's that tension on the stretchiness that I find difficult to get right. So I've yet to put the banding on this pair, but once I've got that done, then I'll have another couple of pairs of undies ready to go. Yeah, and they're nice and comfortable, and just nice to wear. It's just nice to wear your own underwear, isn't it, that you've made yourself, because you know it's going to fit right, and you know it's, you know, a pattern that you like. I like them nice and simple and just, you know, there you go, but in nice fabrics. So that's what I've been doing this week. 3 pairs of undies, 1 pair that just was an absolute disaster, didn't go right at all, 1 pair that's finished, and another pair that's part the way through. So hopefully this weekend probably I'll manage to get the elastic on the other pair, and that'll be a nice practice for me. Like I say, the reason that I want to do that is for practice reasons, because I want to sew, because it's with knit fabrics or with stretch fabrics more, because I do have a number of pieces of fabric that are stretch fabrics and knit fabrics, so I want to make something with them. I want to make a top with them. I want to make some other clothes with them, but I need to gain that skill, and I'd rather do that on something that's small like that, that doesn't take too much fabric, so if it does go utterly and completely wrong, I've not wasted a lot of fabric. And I try not to waste fabric, you know, even if I'm being given that fabric, I don't like to waste it. I mean, someone's kindly given me that fabric, so I want to make use of it properly, so take a bit of patience in learning that skill. Next up, hopefully maybe a top. I don't know. I'll have to look through my patterns and see what I can do. So that was pants. Next up, well, it's not pants, is it? Because see, that's the thing. Pants could mean trousers, whereas they're undies or underwear. I don't know, however you want to say. Briefs, as I said at the beginning. Moving on quickly. I also went and did a bit of thrifting, but only a little bit, and went to a second-hand bookshop and found this amazing book. Now, for some of you might know, I do also knit a little, not a lot, but just a little bit. I'm not very good at it, and I'm not very quick at knitting, so I started doing a cardigan, sort of, I suppose, late autumn last year, and I thought, oh, that'd be great, because I'll get this done and I'll have it for winter. I still haven't finished it, so hopefully I'll have it ready for next autumn. There you go. So I'm not quick at knitting. Anyway, the book that I found, it's called The Knitter's Handbook, Yarns, Needles, Stitches, Techniques. Now the book is printed by the publisher Hamlin. They're the actual publisher, and the author, let's get in there, is Eleanor Van Zandt. That's, well, let me show you. There you go. That's who's published it, Hamlin, and the author, and the book is called The Knitter's Handbook. And it's a really great book. I've had a quick look through it. You know, got a nice dust cover on there. Yeah, really nice book. It's got quite a bit in there because it goes on about yarns and sort of equipment, and then over the basics, casting on and starting off. And it shows you with pictures of, you know, how to do that. Let's get to the, where was it? You know, gives you descriptive pictures, so that's really helpful. So it is sort of like taking it from the very beginning, but then it also goes on to tell you about different stitch types, like Irish moss seed stitch, diamond seed, single twisted rib, basket weave, and it gives you a picture as well, a colour proper photo of the actual stitch pattern that's being presented. And then a bit further on, you see it's got about tension and gauge, salvages, how to deal with the salvages, and again it's all pictures, and then we do have some instructions, like this one here is going on about decreasing, but it does give you colour drawn pictures so you can see what it means. So that's really helpful. And then further on you've got patterns. So here we've got lace patterns, different types of lace pattern, snowdrop lace, vine lace, chevron lace, and then again it's photos of the examples so you can see exactly what it's doing, and then keeps on. It says here about smocking, elongated stitches, link cable, so there's lots of different patterns in here, and obviously describes how you can do them and the techniques needed to actually do and turning a heel. So obviously if you're making some socks, so that's really important, isn't it, you know? So lots of information here, and really is a wonderful, informative and very instructive book that I found, and all for the wonderful price of £2. That's £2 English. So yeah, so that's a great book, because for me, like I say, I can knit, but I'm not a very good knitter and I don't have a lot of knowledge or technique. So hopefully, without having to go on the internet and search through Google or YouTube channels, I can get a lot of information from this book when I just want to sit down and have a nice bit of a read, and just find out a bit more information about stuff. So there we go. The Knitter's Handbook by Hamlin Publishers, authored by Eleanor Van Zandt. Yeah, brilliant. So that was my week. I say it didn't seem like a lot, is it? And I know it's not. 2 pairs of briefs, 1 pair's not even quite finished, and a book from Thrifting. What more can I say? That's it really. You know how it is. Some weeks are shorter than others, or it feels like it, or some weeks feel longer than others, but you get less done. However you take that, you know what I mean. And that's it. There we go. That was my week. Fun and fantastic in the brief. Stop using that pun, mustn't I? But hopefully I might get something more done next week. I don't know. I have to see how busy I am. I feel like I've been really busy this week. I don't know, just work seemed very busy. Just, yeah, you know how it is. And, you know, you get home and don't feel like getting much done. Or when you do, you don't seem to get a lot done when you do stuff. So yeah, there we go. And I don't know what next week's going to be like. Who knows? Perhaps I'll have something much bigger to show you, or not a lot. We'll wait and see. But I like the book, yeah, and I'm always on hunt for books. I'm always on the hunt for things like that. Like I say, I found that other book, didn't I, recently, Inside Out, A Brief History, again, brief, goodness me, A Brief History of Underwear. Oh dear, never mind. There you go. So, I think that's it really. Better stop jabbering on. And let you get back to whatever it was that you were doing. So, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to. Click the little bell icon and you get notification when my video comes out. Please do comment. I do love reading your comments. It's really nice to hear what you're thinking and what you've been up to. And if you wish to comment between yourselves, please do, because that's why we come here, to make those connections. So I think it's just left for me to say thank you so much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.
Bye.